Hello, welcome to this Success Cycle series training on prospecting. I hope you've already been through a couple of the basic trainings on attitude, on how to build your list. And this is where we start connecting with people. It's so funny because often people they get nervous in connecting with people. I know I was when I first started network marketing many, many years ago. Today, it's a very natural thing because I do it all the time. So, prospecting, I love to connect with people, and you'll feel the same way as you start doing it yourself. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so here is the max duplication cycle. And this is what you want to be doing every single day, day in and day out. This is what we do as network marketing professionals. Okay, so we're always talking to new people, which is a prospecting process. We're always inviting new people to look at information, and then there's a follow through. And through this whole process, you're building a relationship, you're building trust within everybody that you connect with. And from there, there's a third party validation that you want to leverage as well with your business partners, especially when you are brand new in building this type of business. All right. So, number one is all about building relationships first. Now, you may be connecting, you may have a whole bunch of people on your list right now that you already know, you've already got relationships with, which is great because it's an easier process. You can be very direct with them. I know I was when I was new. I just contacted people, told them I started up with a business that I'm really excited about. I'd love to get their professional opinion. And I asked them if they were open to meet up, or nowadays it's on Zoom or any type of platform where you're connecting to them virtually. And in that process, when they look at the information, I'm just going to say, I'm sharing this with you because I don't want you to come back to me in a year from now when I'm having the success of my life and say, why didn't you tell me about it? Okay, so these are the things that you want to say with people that you know fairly well. Okay, whether it's family, close friends, school friends, sport friends, all kinds of friends. All right, so build relationships first. I cannot stress that enough. Do not go into any conversation with an agenda. People can read your body language very well, okay, and be very natural about it. Okay, your friends know you really well, your family know you really well. Okay, so they're going to think, wow, okay, that person's being very strange right now. So conversation starters, and this is pretty well for with people that you don't know. And I know that you have a contact list, and there's going to be a time where you're going to run out of names if you're not naturally networking every single day. All right. So, conversation starters, when you begin with a compliment, people love compliments and they smile. It makes them feel good. So, I like to begin with a sincere compliment. If there's something that they're wearing that I love, I'm gonna compliment. If there's something about their hair, something about, I don't know, the girls and their nails, shoes, a purse, guys often, there's things that you guys admire when men are dressed, or women like, when you see a man in a suit, you can say, hey, I love the color of that suit, it's so awesome on you, it really matches your eyes, or whatever, like you can say really sincere things. Start with that, and then it opens up a conversation. All right, and then ask questions. At the beginning, it's going to be really uncomfortable because it's new. But talk with them as if you are, like, have a conversation with them as if you already know each other. And have that friendly, great energy, happy environment where they want to know you. Okay, because at the end of the day, we sell ourselves first. Always remember that. So if you're happy, you got great energy, people will, very rare you see that, right? So listen more than you speak. This is another big thing, is to listen to people more than you're doing all the talking, because you don't get a chance to get to know them. All right. And your whole goal is to make it about them and know and understand where they're coming from. Share relatable stories. As you get into conversation, you're going to find there's things that they're going to say that they like or don't like, and you can relate, right? So now you're really building some rapport with them. And be genuinely interested. That's the key thing. Be genuinely interested in what they're talking about. If you happen to be with them in a restaurant and somebody walks by, don't look at people. Your whole focus, and put your phone down. Turn it down, put it away, because your whole focus is on that person. And when people feel important, you're going to notice that you're going to get a whole lot better reception from them, because people like people who they can relate to and like, right? And then help them to see a bigger future. As you start asking them questions, then that's going to roll out. And we could do a training just on all kinds of questions you can ask. And people, I like the word form, FORM. Family. People love talking about their family. People love talking about, their children. So find out where they're coming from. Ask them a little bit about their family. Get to know them a little bit before you even bring Max into the picture. I know it takes time, but those nurturing times will make the process so much easier. Okay? Friends first. And in the questions, make sure you're listening really well and you're not thinking about the next question you're going to ask them. All right. You may even just get to one question to see what they're about, and they're going to just go on and share their stuff with you. And these are clues for you to open up the invitation, which is in the next training that Chris is going to do with you. Okay, so find their pain points. That's the key thing. Find out what they're not happy with. So when you talk about, the family and things that are going on in today's environment, stuff is going to come up. When you talk about what they do for a living, what don't they like about what they do? Oh my gosh, there's going to be a list, right? So find out their pain points and what they don't like. Find out what they do like too. Because maybe they just love people, and we're in a people business, right? So these are the things that you want to be doing on a regular basis. And help them imagine having something bigger. So ask them crazy, random questions. That's what I do. And that's how I build rapport. Sometimes they don't know. I said, if you had all the money in the bank, and you didn't have to work today, what would your day look like? I'm just curious. And then they're going to tell you, you got them dreaming. They're going to be telling you what they want in life. Okay? And, people don't ask them these questions. So, it makes them feel so important. It makes them feel like you really care about what they're interested in. And do Max while you do life. So many people make excuses that come into this business, especially at the very beginning, because they're often afraid to talk to people. They make a ton of excuses that they're super busy. Guess what? I do Max while I do life. I'm super busy, but I connect with people all the time. Why? Because first of all, I do set time aside to do it. And when I'm out and about, I want to know people. And that's what makes it fun. I get to meet people all the time, whether I'm in the grocery store, whether I'm, in the mall, whether I'm on a golf course. You meet people everywhere, on the beach. Like, you just connect and say hello, do that compliment thing, and see if the conversation is going to go anywhere. and leverage social media more than ever. I really had a hard time. I shouldn't say had a hard time. It was uncomfortable for me at the beginning to do social media because I'm so used to going out and meeting people. I'm a people person. But I'm telling you, social media is a people person business. Okay? You're meeting people all the time. It's just, connect with people on different platforms. Like, for example, Facebook is more of, it's got everything on Facebook, where LinkedIn is more of a professional platform. So if you want to focus on professionals, that might be the platform that you want to connect with people. If you're looking just for, overall everybody, different category, and they say the older generations on Facebook, Instagram, you have more of the younger generation. TikTok, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of platforms. Of course, most people are using WhatsApp. You got a full of names in your phone. So there's absolutely no excuse not to talk to people. Okay, so leverage the platforms. There's a Clubhouse now, which is podcasts, fairly new, and we're just learning it ourselves. So leverage social media. Leverage busyness. Busy people get things done. I love this picture because, it's easy for a woman to say, oh my gosh, I don't have time to do business. I got to take my kids to the daycare. I got to, nowadays everybody's homeschooling too, but, people are connecting with people in different ways now. And you're busy. I get that. But you know what? This is when you meet people because you're busy and you're out. You can easily have a conversation at a grocery store with your children sitting in a cart and their children sitting at a cart, and you both in the aisles of the fruits. I mean, you can have a conversation. Hey, does your kid like apples? You can have crazy conversations at the park. People like to communicate, and especially more than ever, people are missing that. So talk to people, okay, all the time. Don't make excuses, because there's so many people out there, and I keep telling myself this is what keeps me grounded on doing the activities. People are silently suffering. They're looking for a way to have better health. They're looking for a way to have a better immune system. They're looking for a way to pay bills that they're struggling. And you're probably in your head saying, well, why would I want to talk to somebody who's struggling and has no money? Because when people see an opportunity and they see a way out, they will find it. They will find it. People are creative, okay? So you got to talk to people. Whether you're focused on a target market or you're just generally talking to people, talk to people. Get to know them. You'll find out that there is a need for everybody for Max. Okay, people are looking for money. People are looking for health. Everybody. Okay? And understand that it's a process. Most people get frustrated, or they just try one time to connect with somebody. And I highly recommend never to do that. Have a system. Understand that it's a process. You may initially connect with them, contact number one. You may send them some videos and set up a Zoom, contact number two. Next step, you might even have a third party in that. Step number two, or you did it, and step number three is to do a call with somebody to create some validation. And that's all part of the process training that we're going to be sharing with you. Maybe step number 5 is when they say, you know what, this all makes sense. So if you stop at 1 and 2, you're going to miss it. Okay, I've signed people up that took me 7 times, that took me 10 times. I signed up somebody that took me 5 years because this person was so busy, and I end up getting them to the gold level. So don't stop at 1 or 2 and get frustrated. Understand it's a process, and you must be patient. with people. Okay, we're dealing with so many different personality types. Just be patient and follow the process. The more you do it, the more you'll understand and the better you'll get. I like this action sheet, the Max Action Sheet. It's available, report. It's available on the Active Team website under the document sections. And here, and you can talk to the person who signed you up to show you all about where to access things. So here it gives you your money-making activities and then your enrollments. And you spend 80% of your time doing these money-making activities, which is prospecting, inviting, following up, and then moving them to that next step of decision. Okay, so fill it in every week. Be consistent on doing that. Don't wait till the end of the week and fill it out and go, oh my gosh, how many people did I talk to on Monday? No, stick it on a board, put it in your agenda, print them up, and follow through. Every single night, take 10 minutes and follow through on your scheduling. Here you go, scheduling for your prospecting time. I love this color coding thing because it really stands out. And set aside your prospecting time, because if you don't, life gets in the way, and then you'll realize at the end of the day, oh my gosh, I didn't talk to new people today. Put it in your agenda, 1 hour. If it's social media, it's 1 hour. Go in there with your agenda of connecting to new people. Don't just scroll and look at people's stuff. Don't be doing that. You're wasting time, okay? Go in there with the agenda and an intention that you're going to connect with 10 people, all right? And then if you do more than 10, go for more, right? Never stop. Go for more. Take that hour power. You're going to love it because you're going to find you're going to get a whole lot of activities done when you do power hours. Do a power hour of follow-ups. You know, set everybody in the same kind of time where you're going to do your follow-ups. And you'll find that you'll get a routine going. Now or later, you guys, this is it. If you keep putting off for tomorrow what you can do today, often people get where they, it's not working, I'm not doing this, so I might as well just go. Do it now. Make a decision now and start talking to many people, okay? Every day, make that decision. Now, I'm going to make sure I have my 1 hour prospecting there every single day. If you can't do an hour, don't beat yourself up. Do 30 minutes. Okay, if you can't do 30 minutes, do 15 minutes, but do it. And you'll find you'll get a rhythm. Later on you'll do 30 minutes, and later on you'll do an hour. Some days you can do more than the other, but set those times. I'm sure you could do an hour of a day if you got rid of all the junk that's consuming your time. Okay, so here's some assignments that I recommend you spend the time doing, because if you follow through all the time in this whole process, you are going to get results. You are going to start building relationships. You're going to start getting appointments. You're going to start getting signups. You're going to start earning some income. You're going to start hearing the stories within the people that you're connecting with. And that's going to give you that personal drive to want to do more. All right. So assignment number 1 is schedule at least a 1 hour power prospecting. Okay. Daily. Create that daily schedule. Initiate 10 to 20 connections weekly. Some of you can do this daily. It depends on how much time that you're building your business. Fill in the max report on a weekly basis. Create that accountability of doing that, because now you're going to see if you're not getting all this prospecting in your schedule, you're going to notice that your enrollments are not going to be there. Obviously, you're not going to have any follow-ups if you're not doing the main thing in prospecting. And be accountable with your partner, the person who signed you up. If they're not active, don't worry about it. Keep going up within the organization. They want to help you. So keep going up and find out who's all the core leadership within your group that can support you through this whole process. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the training, and make sure that you plug in to the next training. All right, so yeah, have yourself a fabulous day.